Yes, because they inherited from the medieval times, going all the way back to
From the
Constantine.
Catholics, yeah.
But no, I didn't even say Catholics.
No,
I just said
Catholics.
okay. I mean, if you're saying
if
it,
you look at the Spanish Inquisition, that was fundamentalism in and of itself.
but I was going to say going back to Constantine and Justinian, actually, where you had the establishment of sort of a merging of proto-canon law with Roman law, with the emperor, with the patriarchs, the Bishop of Rome being the one patriarch that was left in the West.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have a major divergence that happens since you lie in between the Eastern and Western traditions.
That's true.
You have a major division that happens because the disintegration of the Western Roman Empire in the 5th century means that there's no emperor.
Yeah.
There's no more ability to have what you've always really had in the East in one way or another, where the Constantine model is upheld, where the emperor is seen as sort of God's vice regent, and the patriarchs are kind of the mediators of God's grace to God's chosen vessel, which is portrayed as the new Israel. And in the West, various kings and emperors tried to take that role on all the way up to Napoleon, but it never stuck, in part because their empires never stuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, every continent has like a history of conquest, right? Empires and conquest. I just find what the interesting thing about Western Europe in particular is like they always just like fold back on themselves and start again, right? Like the French, the Germans, the British, the Spanish, the Portuguese, like the Danish, or the Dutch. That's Danish more. Yeah, Danish. With Greenland. So it's interesting because like even European, like we still see the effects with Israel trying to make a greater Israel in the Middle East, and America, like we are the products of an Anglo culture. So it's fascinating how it's like the bullied becomes the bullies, and then the bullied of those bullies become the bullies later on.
My favorite way to phrase that is everyone was originally someone's barbarian.
That's true. I mean, that's absolutely true. You know?
I mean, we're both of Germanic extraction, I believe, and our long ago ancestors were the primitive savages in Roman eyes.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you look at, I don't know, the Visigoths kind of treated them well when they sacked Rome, though.
Well, that was later as things in the West were decaying, and there's a whole story to be told there.